I'd say, hi, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus here again. You know, it's amazing. Something that I kind of understand, and then at other times I feel I just don't. So I'd like to put this question on your mind, and maybe putting it there, spreading it about would help me to understand. Why is it every human being on the face of the earth wants a home? Whatever they call a home, they want a home. Every individual on the face of the earth. Every individual on the face of the earth requires food for survival. Every individual on the face of the earth requires food for survival. Every individual on the face of the earth, one way or another, wants clothing. If it's nothing but a napkin, clothing. And having been here, you understand that learning is a good thing. Education is a good thing. Another thing what you run across at living is that you get sick sometime, and so being able to deal with sickness. Every individual, I'm speaking from where we are today. I'm not speaking about yesterday. I'm speaking about today. Want some care for your sickness. Not only that, every human being on the face of the earth want to be able, now that you know about different places, you want to be able to go places, to do things. So I'm talking about transportation now. To put it bluntly, most everything that human beings have created that people can use and do would like to have it available or accessible to them if they ever needed it, or if they just wanted it, or if they just desired it. Now, every human being have wanted that. For 40 years, I have given advocacy to that type of lifestyle. I call that paradise or heavenly or God's way because it brings peace, prosperity, and freedom. It brings joy and happiness, and you can live your dreams. Now, for 40 some years, I've spoken about that. I tried to communicate with presidents, with Congresses over the various years, with governors, with mayors, with the general public over cable access, radio, over on the pulpit. And would you believe that out of 40 years, there have been people who have agreed with some of the things that I say, but no one that has ever stood up and say, I support that. Even when I ran for office, and I've run for quite a few. I mean, mayor, let's start with mayor, governor, United States senator, and president several times. Why? Because this message to me, this idea that I have, is the greatest thing since the miracles happened in my life. And so, to me, it's more important than just trying to survive. No, it is very important because it's whether we live or not. It is not about just surviving, it's about living. And so when I think about this, when I think about all of the people who would agree, who heard me just then, agree. And then the problem comes along about how do you deliver it? How do you deliver it? Then I ask this question. There is only one or two ways to deliver it. You either deliver it to all of the people or you deliver it to some of the people. Now, since all of the people want it, why are we discussing how to do it for some of the people? I mean, that conversation seems to be out of place, but yet it is the conversation. And the reason that it is the conversation is because most of our living here in Earth has been indoctrinated to a certain system. For us, it's capitalism. For us, it's not going to happen the way I just described. It can't happen, not in capitalism, because in capitalism you compete. Then you ask yourself, without going through all of that, well, how is it achieved the way I explain it? Well, see, the way I explain it is this. When you listen, and let me kind of show you how it, well, listen to me explain it. The way I explain it is this, is that the universe was made by this power. And the universe is harmonized, it works, it's right in place, everything is fine. And all the things that have been designed to happen in the universe, it happens on time. Our structure, our bodily structure, set up, made, working right on time. So we see that the things that were really being dealt with by a power that we can't see is right on time. And so there are some things that we have been given responsibility to do. And since we know that right on time works, why would we not do those kinds of things that's right on time? Why do we have to choose to do those things that are not on time? See, if we do it right on time, that means every last one of us would, all of us who benefit from these resources, would engage ourselves in the process. But the way that that power that we can't see designed it, so that we would choose a career that gives us our greatest joy. So we're being blessed. We're being given our greatest joy just by participating in the plan. This you can't buy. I don't care how much money you got. You can't buy joy. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. This joy is being knowing what you came into the world to do, having the ability to do it, and doing it, and appreciate it for doing it. Wow. So this is why we got an abundance of everything. Enough for every family on the universe to have exactly what I mentioned. And all that exists as they desire it. All available to them. Now, this is why I say and advocate for this way. Now, when you do it the other kind of way, it's not all about you. It's about somebody taking advantage of you. This is why they institute you working a job, not a career, but a job, and pay you for your service. That you get money now from them, who determines how much money you get, how often you get it, and what you can do with it based upon price. Now you're struggling every day of your life trying to engage in some of that which God gave you free. If you just trust God and stop trusting these knuckleheads who uses lies and cheating and stealing and killing and terror and racism and bigotry and war, all these things just to exploit. What happened in Russia? What happened in Turkey? What happened in Syria? An earthquake, they say. What if that had been a bomb in one of these nations, in Russia, in America, in some other place, that it was just as devastating? Not thousands of people killed, but millions of people killed. Devastation that's requiring all kinds of engagements to rebuild and reestablish. Would you want everybody engaged in the process of working and doing stuff for everybody? Or would you want people sitting down not wanting to do anything because they can't get any money and there is no money? See, right then, money doesn't mean anything to you now, does it? The people that's going over to Turkey, those people that's going to help out, they're not going to get paid. They're going to help, because help is the thing. And if you got a life that's living, that's all about helping one another, and it ain't like you just out there helping one another, it's you doing what you were given to do that's giving you your greatest joy. And it's designed in such a way, not by us, but by the Creator, that it ends up like paradise or heaven on earth. This is why I talk to you, and you still go back and won't say one thing about what I'm saying. But you'll go back and debate every day and every night about whether Donald Trump, this guy who has shown you he don't give a stink about you, will he be on the Republican candidate in 24? You got to be sick to think like that. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Until next time, Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.